Do you ever feel like you don't have enough money to buy what you really want or that you'd like to improve your financial situation? This is true for most Americans, since 69% of American adults have less than $1,000 in their savings account. With the $27.40 rule, you can save $10,000 in a year, even if your salary isn't very high. The rule is based on the idea that if you split up $10,000 over the course of a year, then you'll just have to save $27.40 every day. If you save $27.40 every day for a year, you will have saved $10,000. Most of us should be able to save $27.40 every day, even on a small salary. You just need to make a budget in which you look at your expenses and figure out which ones could be cut. Once you've found a way to spend less, you move the money to your savings account and start putting money away. It will probably take a few different cuts, but they will all help you reach your main goal. When making a budget for the first time, it's a good idea to decide how you want to spend your $10,000. This will keep you motivated to make the changes you need to make to your spending. But you should also try to stick to your budget every day. We all have different financial goals, and none of them are wrong. It all depends on what you love and what you miss and could use some extra money for. Once you know what your incentive is, you need to make a list of everything you spend. As the world gets more and more computerized, it's getting easier to keep track of your costs. Most online banks now let you save a printout of your transactions from the previous year. This way, you can look back at everything you spent and made the previous year. You should take a whole year instead of just 1 month, because you may have some expenses that you only pay once a year, and you want to include these. Start by going through your transactions 1 month at a time and writing down and categorizing your costs. This will help you figure out where your money is going. As you read through it, you may be surprised at how much you spend on certain things, and you may start to think there are places where you could save money. To show, I'll talk about some of the ways I save money so I can reach my daily goal of $27.40. Food and going to the store. In general, I try to eat out less often, but I still do so on special occasions. I found out that this was a bigger cost for me before because I just liked my time and didn't think about how expensive it is to eat out. I try to plan my meals for the week based on what is on sale and when there is a good discount. I decide to buy a lot and put some in the freezer for later. I try to make a meal plan so I don't buy things on the spur of the moment. I also try to shop once a week for the whole week so I don't buy things on the spur of the moment. I don't drink coffee because I feel like I have more consistent energy without it, but if you make coffee at home instead of buying it on the way to work in the morning, you can save a lot of money. Vehicles and ways to get around. We used to work close to each other. We decided to carpool so that we could save money by using only one car. You might do the same if you live close to your employees. This is a quick way to cut down on your transportation costs. If you live close to work, you might want to start riding instead of driving to save money on gas and car repairs. In general, it costs less to take care of a bike. Entertainment. Cancel your cable TV. Getting a single streaming subscription for what you really want to watch is often much cheaper over the course of a year. You will also find that you have a lot more time for yourself when you only watch things you really like. My wife watches a lot of TV. At first, she didn't like it. She liked to zap while she was thinking. But since we stopped it, she hasn't missed it at all, and she's never been happier. If you have more than one streaming service, you might want to cancel all but one. You can only see one at a time, though. You can switch to a different streaming service when you've seen everything on this one. If you pay for your streaming services one at a time instead of all at once, you could save a lot of money each month. Clothing. Many of us have a lot of things at home that we've never worn, and buying clothes is something we like to do in our spare time. Instead of getting what is needed. You can save a lot of money in this area if you stop buying things just because you want to and start buying only what you need. When you know what you need, it's best to buy clothes when they're not in season, because it goes on sale a lot during these times. For example, buy winter clothes in the summer. If your kids grow out of their clothes quickly, it might be a good idea to get them from friends with older kids or buy them used. Housing. Many of us like to live better than we have to, so if you want to save money on your monthly housing costs, try downsizing to a smaller, less expensive place or moving to a less expensive area. Insurance. It's important to have insurance, but you might want to look for better deals every year. Because insurance companies compete very hard with each other. Many of us don't question how much our insurance costs because we know we need it, but we can if we look at prices from other providers. Then you can save up a good amount of money each year. All of these are examples that I use, and many of the amounts may seem small to many people. But when you add up all the places where you have cut costs, it quickly adds up to a fair amount of money every month, and you start to see that it is possible to save $27.40 every day. The best way for me to stick to my daily budget of $27.40 is to pay myself first. Every time I get paid, I first transfer the amount I need to my goal. If I have money left over, I may spend it. When I first started putting money away for myself, I started to feel the pleasure and motivation it gave me. Now that I have enough money left over each month to pursue my goals, I can see that it still gives me pleasure and motivation. Make your progress visible. You can do this by putting up a poster and putting a mark on it every time you reach a goal, like saving an extra $100. There are many different kinds of graphics, and you should choose one that works for you. You will be more likely to reach your goal if you can see how close you are to reaching it. Don't forget to celebrate what you've done. It shouldn't be something big or expensive. Just keep in mind that you should enjoy doing it and give yourself rewards for doing it. The reward should be big enough to keep you motivated and on track to reach the goal. Please remember that at first it won't be easy. It will be hard, and you'll feel like it stinks, because you have habits that you need to get back into shape. Still, as you get used to it, you'll see that it gets easier and that you start to enjoy the freedom that comes with being able to reach your goals. Start by taking one simple step at a time, and you will be on your way to saving $10,000 a year. We're here to help people with personal finance, so if you are interested in more topics like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified when we release a new video which might help you on your journey.